Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. The bye weeks are over. It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. On the set. 52, Mike 52. Go, go, go. Begin, begin, begin. Greystone travel.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down, McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
52's the mic, boys. 52. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby. Woo! Ready, ready.
Minshew throwing on third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Benardrick McKinney able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D. Get it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Airing one out for Crowder. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Mike 50, Mike 50. I'm scared. Hey, express. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Get in the weight room. Get it.
Out of the gun, Newton. He completes it to Jones. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. With touchdown number 27, that ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Here we go. Hand over. Topper.
He's coming, double up. Check 24, check 24.
Look, squeeze. 5.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
No, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
It's south, baby. That's baby south. Check 43. Check 3.
Rush in. Man. Switch, hit it.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That really sets him back. A loss of 6. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 26.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go.
On 4th down, Minshew. And it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on the final play of this first quarter. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That good for 22 and a first down. Right back to him on first down. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gun.
On 2nd and 11 now. Newton. This is caught. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. A great play there. With his 28th touchdown, drawing level with Sean Alexander for the 2nd most in a single year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and it's now 14-0. And he'll back up a few steps as he'll make the fair catch at about the 8-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 8-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to...
Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Packers. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. As they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And some space here. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. On first down, McCoy. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Right to the 3.
He'll turn and give this to McCoy running right. McCoy's got the first down and more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. LaShawn McCoy, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 21-7. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined?
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. He's at the 40, 20, 10. Touchdown, Packers. Christian McCaffrey becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Let's go, D.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now a handoff looking right. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
50. Focus, defense, focus.
On 2nd down and 4, Newton. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Julio Jones. As the first half is winding down, and the Lions are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This one taken just inside the 10.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 9-yard line.
Come on,
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened-up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Too little, cut. Switch.
X3, 218, chopper. Hey, Sam on. Go.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage, not that it matters, as the final seconds tick away. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
Tight dog.
Rock it.
Bang.
They'll throw now on the final play. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway. A very interesting call, and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
Tavon Young in on the tackle.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First down, Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup. And he's got it complete to Anderson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now they try the right side here. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield, he's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on third.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Quarterback, don't get nervous. Hey! We ain't beginning to tear you up. Don't get
From the gun, here's Newton. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They start on the ground with McCaffrey, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day. Back.
Again, they run again. It's McCaffrey, and an alley to run. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. A big play there from McCaffrey. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Minshew sets to throw. This is the tight end, Njoku. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Minshew, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken about the 12. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've got to make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
And it brings up 3rd down.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. A shotgun snap for Newton. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit. A big play there with touchdown number 29, 2 short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. Extra point from McManus is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
14 yards, good for a Packer first down. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Minshew, 1st and 10. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
This is McCaffrey. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 34. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Well, he's done his part, Charles, no doubt about that. Maybe he's going to go over to the sideline now and tell this defense, hey, let's go, step up.
And if they do, they've got a chance because right now he's become a force that hasn't been stopped from his side. 3 touchdowns rushing already, eager for more. If they get any type of stops, we've got a heck of a game on our hands.
And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some...
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Lions holding on to the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12. From the gun, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go. Express. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Hey, pick it up, defense.
Here we go on 4th. Newton. He's airing it out for Williams. And that is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
90 Wolf. I don't even know why this team showed up. Shit.
Now a run with McCaffrey. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
60 Pittsburgh. 52. General West.
First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hey.
Be ready.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
At the 18-yard line.
On 2nd down, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
Pilot, 64, weak. Hey, Charlie.
So 3rd and long, here's Minshew. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. Andy Reid went for it, but it won't pan out. And the Lions will take over. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great effort there. Becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. McManus's point after is good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fair catch called for and taken just inside the 10-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
He's got daylight. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Now, you talk about the dominating rushing performances that you and I have seen together. This has got to be right up there. His 4th touchdown run of the game and another long one to boot.
And I don't need to ask for a witness because you're right here with me. We are watching this, and we're watching such a performance that it's demoralizing for anyone on defense. You know, it starts out coaches screaming, tackle him, get him. And after that last touchdown, I'll bet it's pure silence on that side of the ball.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13. Going to give this time to the tailback. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They snap it to Newton. It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First down Lions on a pickup of 13. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Newton's going to throw it. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Now the defense will burn